And then as we move through the rest of the week and towards the weekend, well, it's fairly settled, but there'll still be some rain and a few showers around as well. Sal and John.
So, Carol, have I been getting too overexcited about this being summer? I have, haven't I?
Well, Sal, we're having exceptional temperatures today. We wouldn't normally expect 35 at this stage in August. So not really. It's typical summer weather, really, except for these high temperatures.
Carol, thank you. Now we know.
Typical, but totally untypical. And certainly no relaxing for Carol, because there's always weather. Morning.
Good morning, both. Good morning to you too, John. You're quite right. Today, somewhere in southeast England could well reach 35 Celsius, making it the hottest day of this year so far. We're not there yet, but if you're just going out, these are the kind of temperature levels that will greet you. The rain, Sal and John, behind me on Thursday will be quite heavy as it pushes southeastwards.
Oh, you're disappointing me now, Carol. I thought we had summer.
Sorry, Sal.
I know it's not your fault.
I'll try and get rid of it.
Thank you. If anyone can, you can.
Just delete it and pretend.
Good morning, everyone. This morning, it is a humid start to the day. In fact, if we take a look at our temperature anomaly chart, which starts today, you can see how we've got the yellows and the oranges across much of Western Europe, including the UK. Temperatures above average. But as we go through the week, note how the yellows are pushed away. We've got whites and blues indicating temperatures which are around average or just below. Now, temperatures today are likely to peak in the southeast of England. We could reach 34 or 35 degrees, but we've got a lot of thunderstorms around.
Yeah, I mean, it's a lot of people looking forward to the summer, but it's a struggle, isn't it, when it's as muggy and hot as it's going to be in the hours ahead?
Yes, there's so many people that don't like highs of 34, 35 degrees, which is what some parts of the southeast could actually reach today, John. And if that's the case, it will make it the hottest day of this year so far. But of course, it's not going to be that hot everywhere. However, it is a pretty warm and humid start to the day.
At that topsy-turvy weather we were talking about, here's Helen Willetts.
Anna, thanks. Not only very warm by day, but tropical by night last night, which meant it was very uncomfortable for sleeping. That's when temperatures don't fall below 20 degrees. But if you couldn't sleep and you were out and about, look, we had the aurora borealis as far south as Hampshire. And as we've been hearing, that heat has culminated in some intense storms. Now, it has just in the last half hour been confirmed it's the hottest day of the year so far, but I think we'll see higher than that. And I'll fill you in, as you say, Anna.
Hello there, good afternoon. Well, today could very well be the hottest day of the year so far. We've had plenty of sunshine already today with blue skies, as captured by one of our weather watchers with this lovely picture here.
We'll get the weather in just a second, but first, a meteor shower passed above us last night, creating a bit of a spectacle for those who managed to stay up for it. The Perseid meteor shower does actually pass through our atmosphere every year when the Earth orbits through debris that was left by a comet. Now, these pictures were taken in the Sperrin Mountains in Northern Ireland at about 3 o'clock this morning. This one was taken at around about 1 a.m. just outside Swindon. And this video shows a time lapse of the whole spectacle as seen from a bedroom window. It's fantastic, isn't it? Now, let's get the weather with Helen Willetts. Helen, if you did miss it last night, is there a chance of staying up clear skies tonight for a second chance?
Yes, there is actually, Anna. Particularly under a ridge of high pressure coming in tonight. And the aurora borealis, of course, was visible as far south as I showed you earlier as Hampshire. Now, not as strong tonight, but I'm sure there's still a chance. Now, that heat that we've been talking about, already the warmest day of the year so far, but 35 could still be on the cards across parts of the Midlands, East Anglia and the South East. It's not that hot everywhere.
Simon Harris, ITV News, St Pancras.
Well, Sally's just around the corner from St Pancras, where Team GB received a very warm welcome home, potentially record-breaking temperatures in the capital, Sally.
Yeah, we had the hottest day in the last 2 years, 33.5 degrees in London and even hotter, up to 34 degrees elsewhere in the country. Now take a look at this graphic because it will either make you really happy or a bit sad. Today was, I'm afraid, a one-hit wonder, and as we go through the next few days, those temperatures will come down into the 20s. But there's a campaign group called Warm This Winter who have said that millions of people in the country, and many of them will be in London, suffer from hothouse syndrome. That's when their home gets so hot they feel unwell, and it's to do with poor ventilation and insulation. So here's a few tips for you tonight to stay a little bit cooler. You can of course use a fan, and do use one. Warm This Winter say it's not as expensive as you think to run one. My favourite, put your feet in cool water or use a cool compress across your shoulders, and of course you can use a sheet tonight instead of a duvet. We'll be back at the end of the programme. There'll be more on the Olympics, and of course I'll have the forecast. Thanks. I'm addicted to these fountains. I'm back in them now, and you have to be careful where you stand because otherwise they might go up your skirt. Anyway, if you didn't hear me earlier, we had hottest day for the last 2 years, got up to 33.5 in London. It did get a little bit hotter elsewhere in the country. I think the record was in Cambridge where they got up to plus 34. But it's not lasting. In fact, there's even a little raindrop here at the moment. And let's take a look at the forecast. Hello again. Well, one thing, clearly loving the sunshine today, this sunflower, those beautiful blue skies. If you have been struggling, fear not. Tomorrow is not as hot. Still warm, still lovely and sunny, but those temperatures gradually coming down as we go through the week.
Darren, tell us the science behind the beauty.
Thanks very much, Rita. Well, that wasn't the only thing that was flashing in the sky last night. That's when we started to see the lightning flashes, the thunderstorms as well. Those continued into the day for some areas, and in 24 hours there was 15,000 lightning strikes. But the heat and humidity continued for longer in East Anglia and the southeast, and temperatures reached 34.8 degrees in Cambridge, easily the hottest day of the year so far. But that heat is ebbing away, and through the rest of the week, temperatures will be lower.
Who's in Croydon for us? Corsa, hot for some, but beautiful for others.
Oh, Alpa, it's feeling positively tropical here right now. Perfect weather for the beach indeed here at the Costa del Croydon. And today has been officially the hottest day of the year so far for the UK. We reached 34.8 Celsius in Cambridge. Even here in the capital, quite wildly, 33 degrees in many places.
Record-breaking temperatures today, the hottest day of the year so far, as we said. But how long is this hot spell going to last, and what can people do to keep their homes cool? Well, Alex is in Hyde Park for us. Any sign, Alex, of things cooling down anytime soon?
Well, Mary, I think that's part of the problem. Our homes just aren't geared up to deal with this kind of weather. But the weather will be cooling down, and we'll take a look at that in just a second. But I have to point out that we hit 35 degrees Celsius this afternoon. That was in Cambridge. 35, certainly not the new normal. It was 10 degrees above average for the time of year. And when we compare that to other parts of the globe, which are known for being hot at this time of year, you can see just how hot it was across parts of the UK. As I say, in Cambridgeshire in particular, up to 35 degrees Celsius, so hotter than Barbados and also Los Angeles. And as we head through the next few days, many of you will be glad to know it is going to be cooling down, because at times it certainly has felt unbearable being out here in Hyde Park in particular this afternoon. So we're looking at highs of 28 tomorrow, dropping to something near to average by the end of this week. But it hasn't been all sunshine and hot temperatures for all of us. Elsewhere, it has been quite disruptive. Let's take a look at the lightning strikes, which were very active in the last 24 hours. In fact, we had over 16,000 lightning strikes. Some of them did cause damage to buildings in Aviemore, in Scotland, also in Dudley in the Midlands, and also Birmingham. Take a look at these pictures. This house was struck earlier, causing a fire. Luckily, no one was home at the time. As I say, things quieting down as we head through the next 24 hours, turning cooler, but there is some rain to look out for. Well, as we head through the rest of this week, it will be cooling down. Many of you will be glad to know there'll be some warm spells of sunshine, but we're going to have to watch out for some outbreaks of rain coming through as well. Well, that's the way it is looking here in Hyde Park this evening. This time of day is absolutely perfect. The temperatures are on the way down, Mary, and there's also a welcome breeze picking up. As I say, cooler in the next few days. Many of you will be glad to hear.